the safe. As objects go, it's a contradiction, because its two main purposes are diametrically opposed. The safe makes whatever we put in it absolutely inaccessible, and absolutely accessible at the same time. Whether attacked with punches, kicks, fire, a sledgehammer, saw, or drill, it remains virtually impenetrable. But to get it to open effortlessly, all that's needed is the lock combination. But how does it work? The anatomy of this paradox is pretty straightforward. A box, a real-life concrete sandwich, set between two slices of thick steel. A door, also concrete and steel, and a lock. To understand how the safe resists everything, we've got to put it to the test. After hours of cutting and hammering, we understand why it's so resistant. The composition of this steel and concrete sandwich makes the safe extremely difficult to penetrate using force. What's even more surprising is how the composition of the concrete also provides heat and fire protection. The concrete has been sprinkled with prehistoric fossils, diatomaceous earth. A super insulator made with the fossils of microorganisms that lived beneath the surface of prehistoric oceans. Diatomaceous earth is extremely rich in silica, which has a melting point of more than 1,700 degrees Celsius. This earth allows concrete to resist fiery hot temperatures. This sandwich also contains vermiculite, another insulator whose popcorn-like structure traps air to prevent heat from approaching the safe's interior. Steel plus concrete plus diatomaceous earth plus vermiculite equals unparalleled protection. This takes care of the safe's inaccessible side. For its accessible side, we focus on the lock. If you know the combination, opening the safe is child's play. But how does the lock work? It's made up of a dial, a spindle, 3 wheels, a smaller wheel, and a fence. When the dial is turned, the small wheel also turns. A tooth on the small wheel turns the third wheel, which has its own tooth. That tooth turns the second wheel, which eventually moves the first wheel. The first number in the combination corresponds to the position of the first wheel when its notch is right at the top, directly under the fence. There is one chance in 99 that someone will be able to randomly find that position, because there are 99 possible choices. For the second number in the combination, the dial's turned in the opposite direction, until the notch on the second wheel is also at the top, directly under the fence. The probability of randomly finding the first 2 numbers of the combination is 1 in 9,702. To enter the third number of the combination, the direction of the dial is again reversed, until the notch of the third wheel is at the top, directly under the fence, which is finally free and clear. It drops into the notches, activating a lever which unlocks the handle. The safe now opens easily. The chances of randomly finding the one correct position for all 3 wheels are only 1 in 941,094. It's heavy, solid, and shock and fire resistant. It's almost impossible to open randomly, and yet so simple to access when you've got the combination. Inaccessible and accessible all at the same time. The safe is probably the most functional paradox there is.